Good morning. It's Saturday, March 4th, 2023, and this is the Wall Street Weekly Wrap-Up with your host, John Newquist. And it was a pretty exciting close to the week. First, we started out with the durable good orders, went down in January, which is good because that means people are buying less, which means the economy is going to slow down. Of course, next week it'll change with other numbers. But, people are holding off the big purchases. And as Walmart said in their conference call, a lot of people have maybe gone to some, store label brands. People are looking at it. Some things hold up, but there is a cost consciousness in the consumer buying. The Fed president from Atlanta, Fred Bostic, or not Fred Bostic, but Mr. Bostic said he thought 25% basis points should be good. And the Home Depot chart is there from last week. The stats of the week, the 2-year note is 4.86. Wow, that's getting up there. That's not bad, because the dividends, probably 90% are under 4.8. So a lot of people who think the stocks are going to be flat this year from the rest of the time right now, thinking maybe I could buy the bonds and it'll be better. Crude oil's coming up to $80 again, so that's going to be good. Natural gas got out of the 2s and went to the 3s, so we'll see on it what happens there. I just like the 2-year Treasury note. I mean, look at this. This is a pretty big high. We got to go back to 2008 before we got levels that high. So it's worth knowing, and we'll see how it keeps on going up or down. And of course, the Nasdaq having went up 2.8% this week. So a lot of people are cheering. And the number I look at, and if you think about it, the 200-day moving average has been sloping down forever. And so you want to get into the situation where the 50-day is above the 200, and it's coming close. You can see it right around 290. It could come up next week. So a lot of people are watching it. The S&P 50-day moving average is above the 200-day moving average, another bullish sign. So the technical buyers are starting to come in. Mortgage rates, 7%. That's tough. I remember when I bought it at 10.5, way back when, and then I got it down to 6, and then eventually 4. But I mean, of course, nothing beats the crazy 80s of double-digit mortgages and stuff. But we've had a nice period for a long time where the rates have been low, and now, when you go from like 3% or even 2.6% to 7, you're talking hundreds of dollars on your mortgage. So that's going to impact a lot of people. Not too many people are on the adjustable rates, but the fixed is up there, and so people have to budget that in when they have to purchase a house. And Costco, look at the heat map from Friday. I mean, it's really the only big red, that just jumps out at you. And they started talking about inflation's pretty high, and they're not raising the membership fees, and their retention is 93%, 97% some years. I mean, that's pretty good. So, eventually you keep on raising the fees. It'll be like Amazon Prime at $179. Oh, it's such a great deal, but you know what? I don't want to pay it. I don't buy that much stuff on Amazon, and I don't get the stuff. I mean, it's a lot of pricey fees. $99 everybody can afford, but that was a point where you say, I don't think so. And then Lilly made the news early in the week. Started with insulin's going to be down and capped 75%, something like $420 to $100 almost, and which means for senior citizens you can get it at $35, and that's a big change. The other two companies, Novo Nordisk and Santa Fe, haven't responded. They say they have a lot of programs to help people anyway, but Lilly stocks, as you can see, has been in a downtrend. Is it a little blip up? I don't know. It's going to go between 300 and this upward trend that it's going to have to bounce again. So I'm not thinking that this is a good stock. This is not the stock chart I like to see. And you can see just at the very end, the cross at 320 is happening between, the moving averages and stuff. And of course, C3AI, which is symbol AI, which is everything everybody wants, did good results, and it just jumped 34%. So, you could look at this stock. Was it time to buy it? Well, we owned the stock way back when. I guess we should have held on to it, because I looked at it as it's not the big AI stock. Tom Siebel of Siebel Systems, ex-Oracle, and everything else is the boss, and You know, are they selling stuff that's really AI? I mean, you got to look at AI is the big buzzword this year. Everybody wants it. I use Chat GPT every day, but OpenAI is not public. Microsoft put in $10 billion to help it out, and that's why they get a run of it. Bing Chat GPT, not too good. You know, I've been disappointed in it. And you start looking at who makes the chips in NVIDIA. So that's why we own NVIDIA. But otherwise, you know, I watch the AI. I mean, I think if you want to think of what's good AI is Meta and YouTube for the, you know, ads. I mean, you buy a Maui Jim sunglasses, next thing you know, you see the ads on your social media stream. So, you know, that's why we own Meta. That's why we own Google, who owns the YouTube. You know, Snapchat we're keeping because I'm telling you, if they get rid of the TikTok, they're going to go somewhere, and Snapchat and other companies should benefit. We did sell a lot of stocks. We sold Tesla. We took the profits, up 80%. Coke, we were trying to go neutral, what we call equal weight for the consumer staples. AMC, we're taking the profits. Zoom, the president unexpectedly is stepping down, so that's a stock we don't want. They've had troubles last year. I was thinking, okay, Zoom, I like Zoom, and this is on Zoom, but I don't like when a president leaves. So we're adding Pfizer. We're going to get up the healthcare up to equal weight. Pfizer's working on the RSV drug. The pipeline's pretty good. FLNC is a utility stock, as I call it. You know, it sells storage for electrical energy to the utilities, and started by Siemens and another company, and you know, pretty good. I mean, a solid company, and you know, this is a nice trend. You know, nice slowly upward trend. I can live with it as long as it stays in that trend. It could be that way for years, but I mean, they make a profit. That's the big deal. No dividend, but make a profit. And then we were low in financials. I couldn't believe it. I remember one time we were like 7, 8 financials with fintech and stuff. So I added a good bank, pays a good dividend, about 4, I think it was. I can't remember what it is. USB is good, and it'll be around. So we look at it today. We're overweight communication services, you know, with our, you know, tech-related communication, Meta and, you know, Snapchat and so on. And of course tech with NVIDIA and AMD and Microsoft. You know, these are going to be big tech companies that we're going to hold on for a while. But we'll see you next week. It should be a nice week. It should be a crazy week. So let's be safe. We didn't get any snow last night, so that is always good.